Hey everyone, I wanted to do a quick and dirty video on this new plugin I ran into today. This is completely unrehearsed, so I'm giving you a live demonstration of the plugin on my website, and I'm doing that because the plugin itself had no real videos that showed it in process like I'm doing here. So this is for marketers, so we're assuming you all are familiar with the back end of WordPress. Okay, it's a WordPress plugin. The reason I'm doing this plugin, it's called WP Review Buddy, is I've been marketing since 1993, and one of the toughest things to do online is to review a product and get all the stuff you need to review this product and get it all up there and on your site, including the graphics and all the stuff you have to do in a reasonable amount of time. Most people will start on it and work a couple hours, then they got to go for dinner, then their spouse wants them to do something, and they get sidetracked, or they got to go out or whatever, and they get to it the next day, or maybe they put it off and they get to it a couple of days later. Bottom line is, you don't get to put your review online the day you think about it. You get it online usually 2 or 3 or 4 days, sometimes 5 days after the fact. And I'm telling you that by losing that time, it's costing you dearly. Because in the early stages, when all the viral activity is happening around that plugin and the search terms related to the plugin, you could end up losing 50 sales by not being there. So having said that, I'm probably preaching to the choir, but here's what I'm going to do. The plugin is called WP Review Buddy. I've installed my copy and it's right here. And so you would click on WP Review Buddy, you make a few setting adjustments, and then what it basically does is it creates a post for you in a template format. So here we are looking at the inside of a newly created post. I'm calling it, well, right now it's called Sample WP Review Buddy Post. That's the name that the actual program gives it. So I'm going to change that to WP Review Buddy Plugin Review. Okay, it kind of makes it clumsy to say because of the title, but there you have it. So, okay, so it lays out this nice border, this framework here, and if you're into WordPress, you're going to immediately realize that, okay, without a table creating plugin and without CSS skills and abilities, creating something like this is going to be pretty difficult to do. But what this program does is it lays out this template. You just click in, you can change the title, so I'll just capitalize this. I'll go Review Buddy. Okay, so it's all WYSIWYG basically. I spelled that wrong? No, okay, it wants me to lower the capital. Now that underlining there, by the way, that's just a program I've got that's highly valuable. It's called Grammarly, and so anytime you type anything anywhere on your computer, Grammarly will find your spelling mistakes and typos. And if you're like me, you make a lot of typos and spelling mistakes, and thankfully now I don't have to get my wife to proofread them all for me. So anyway, you can see it's got this nice little box. The creator of the plugin is Mark Slater, and the price of it is there, and blah, blah, blah. This here code here is for a countdown timer, which if I go over to the published version, you'll see the countdown timer is active and running. This is the published version on my site, only without the name changes I've done yet. Actually, I'll close that. And okay, so now we scroll down the product description. It has, when you first create this template, it has all lorem ipsum text in there, basically just Latin text. So you go in and you type over it, and you type the material you want, but it's got the highlight, it's got the paragraph descriptions, like in this case product description, and then target audience. So I just went in here and I talked about my target audience. Here it's got a video, and I'm going to replace this video that's in here, I'm going to replace it with the one that I'm doing right now. So you will see this video that you're watching right now, you'll be watching it through the center of this review for the plugin. So, and then it's got your call to action here, and I just go in and put my affiliate links in there. This is a short code, show social icons, and that will show the social icons. Then all the bullet text, and then what you like about it. So you think about a bunch of things you like about this thing, and the one thing for me is it cuts down the review process by hours and hours and hours. I mean, I can find something now that I like, and literally within 30 minutes I am up and running. So, you know, you can't beat that. And then upgrades available. Yeah, there's a regular version and a pro version. The pro version is also $15.95, same as the regular version, but it gives you a few more features, and I think those features are things like the countdown timer and some of the Java code that's on the screen. So well worth it. I mean, it makes the whole thing worth about 30 bucks. And really, I could go in and create this post in WordPress myself, but it would take me many, many hours, and 30 bucks is just not worth the many hours it would spend me for each individual product I'm going to review. So this is a one-time cost, 30 bucks, and now I got reviews on all my programs forevermore. The bonuses I'm going to offer on this one is my Pro Media Resource Rolodex, which, you know, I've been marketing since 1993, so as the text says here, I know where all the bones are buried, and I've got a lot of great plugins. I know which ones work with which other plugins and which ones not to use, and so I'm going to shortcut you and give you all that information. The other thing I'm going to do is I've got a graphics program online that I paid about $500 a year for, and anybody who buys through this link, if you want a graphic, you're starting on a shoestring. You can't afford to go out there and spend you know, 30, 40, 50 bucks a graphic from people at Fiverr and then only find out you don't use it. So I'm going to give you access for just $5 per file for me to create professional graphics for you to use with any of your programs that you want to try. That's only if you buy it through my link. And there it is, WP Review Buddy Plugin Review. Kind of clumsy, but what the heck. So with this theme here, by the way, I've still got my sidebar. I'm kind of tossing it up. There are other themes I can use that will allow me to turn off the sidebar. So something like this I could create on basically a landing page almost, and get rid of the sidebar. I'm still, you know, kind of, I don't know if it's worth all the effort of taking that out or not, but we'll see. So right now, this has this placeholder video in there, which is, it's only a video holder. It actually does nothing. It puts all the share buttons in there. I put a couple of hyperlinks in the body and there, and then all the rest of the stuff, and boom, it's all there. And then again, you can share it out. But the factor here is not the cost of it, and maybe not even the design. The big deal here is if you find a product, you can get this thing up and running and out there and registered on Google and spread out to your network or advertised on Facebook or wherever, or Instagram, and boom, you hit the market the first day. You beat everyone else. You're going to be in the top few people to get that product review out there, and that is going to be sales for you. Okay, now this has only been up about 3 minutes. I haven't clicked that like button yet, but somebody else has already clicked like on Facebook, and I only published this like 30 seconds ago. So this thing works. What else can I tell you? You know, when you join through my link, you're also going to get access, I mentioned earlier, to my mastermind discussions, and that might be in the form of PDFs, or it might be blog posts, or it might be Skype sessions. But Content Studio is another huge one for finding content and posting it on your blogs, and it really does a great job. It's the best curator I've ever run into. A lot of curators don't put the pictures in properly, and they end up looking ugly, and you know, they're just horrible, and so I've always abandoned them. But this one works really well. Pretty links, well, I don't use that as much anymore. It's URL shorteners, but quite often URL shorteners get banned because people just abuse them, and then Google will ban them if you put up enough really low quality links from a URL, then Google will end up just banning them. So it's risky to use pretty links, but they can be handy if you know what you're doing. I mentioned Socrates fastest cache. That's the best cache system to use in WordPress, no matter what. This one is interesting. WP Meta SEO. It lets you look at the health of everything in your system, basically. Your content meta, your sitemap, your image information, your link editor, your 404 redirects, Google Analytics. I mean, it is phenomenal. So anyway, that Legal Suite, I will show you that. There's Legal Suite Pro, and you can do a page creator or not, and I will go over here, and here's the Legal Suite. Okay, so there's all the pages it creates. So I want to go to DMCA compliance. I just have to click on DMCA compliance and then wait while it connects, and then there it is. It formats it all for you. It sets it up for your site. Not much else you have to do. I'm going to go to affiliate disclosure, and you just click on it and it will take you over to affiliate disclosure. Okay, and these are critical if you're going to be marketing online. You want to be compliant with the FTC, and you want to make Google happy with your performance, then you need to be doing that. So anyway, that's a rather lengthy video, but I'm going to end it here, and we'll hopefully see you guys on the other side.